Hey guys, welcome back to Double the Hustle podcast. I'm Tori.
And I'm Anna, and today we sit down with Anthony Salza.
He is a fitness instructor for both lifestyle and pro competitor athletes.
We dive into everything for your health journey, whether you're getting started in your lifestyle or want to become a pro competitor, to what happens on game day, just to taking a few simple steps every day to get your body moving.
Tune in to Double the Hustle podcast every Tuesday at 12 noon. Another one drops, so if you want to learn how to double your hustle, come watch. Thank you for coming on. Welcome. Let's talk. Tell everyone like about you, where they can find you first, and basically what you do.
Okay. So my name's Anthony Salza. I am a personal trainer. I train both in-person clients and work with a lot of clients online, lifestyle clients, competition prep clients. So pretty much covering people that are just starting to advanced competitors.
Dope.
I've been doing that. Well, I started in-person training really full-time back in 2017. And really just started focusing with the online coaching. I'd say, I've been doing it probably since about 2017 as well.
Yeah.
But really the last couple of years is when I tried shifting my business from
now
full-time
in-person
in-person
right?
to online.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just found that I could actually help a client a lot more working with them online, because if I'm with somebody in person, I'm seeing them 2, maybe 3 times a week for an hour at a time.
Right.
And then outside of that, I don't know what they're doing, what they're eating, what their habits are like, and things like that. Like I'll talk with them during the session.
Yeah.
But it's different with an online person. I'm telling them, their supplementation, their step goal, their cardio, their workouts. I'm reviewing training videos from the entire week.
That's dope.
So like meal plans, things like that.
Yeah.
So there's more I can kind of work with them, so they get better results. It's
right.
And I could reach more people that way too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, they're just checking in once a week. I'm talking to them. They have communication with me throughout the week, but like I said, it's just kind of more all-encompassing. I could
do them all at once instead of an hour for each person.
Yeah, if I were to do, one day I have 15 check-ins. If I were to take 15 clients in person, that's 15 hours out of my day. There's no way.
That would never, exactly.
And I've done that before, where I've spent 15-hour days at the gym, and it's just absolutely draining. This
yeah.
A lot more realistic for me to sustain.
Yeah, growing up, did you always have that, like, sports,
I did. I was athletic my whole childhood. All through high school, I played soccer, ran track.
Did you compete first before you started helping people?
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Like I said, I played high school all through sports, soccer, ran track. Was pretty good athlete.
Yeah.
After I graduated college, I didn't pursue anything. After I graduated high school, I didn't pursue any sports in college, and just kind of needed something to fill that void. I mean, I was always like a competitive person, always like being active.
Yeah.
So I just joined the gym. Honestly, what really pushed me to join the gym, which I've never really said this to too many people. It was my girlfriend at the time.
That's a lot of people.
My high school girlfriend.
Yeah.
She started giving attention to some other guy who was like a high school wrestler, went off after high school. He was much bigger than me. Let's just say that.
Right.
He was in the gym, he was lifting, and we ended that relationship. And, from that point, I just felt insecure, I guess.
Yeah, no, another trainer who says that exact same thing.
I'm not good enough. Like, something needs to change. So that's what kind of got me into the gym. That's what pushed me to get in there. And I'd say within a couple of weeks, I mean, even like the first training session, I was like, oh wow, I really like this.
Right.
But after like 2-3 weeks, I was, I guess, obsessed. Not to make it sound like a negative thing, but I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
So that's how I got into that.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. And then you soon after, did you get a coach, or you kind of did shit on your own for like a while?
So I started training myself in 2010. So I graduated 2009. Early 2010, I got into the gym, started working out. And so my first competition was when was it? 2013 or 14.
Okay.
So I was already training for a few years, but like I said, early on, I really had no knowledge on what I was doing. I was going to the gym.
Yeah.
I would actually train at like midnight.
Eating as much as you can.
Yeah. I was eating Hot Pockets, Pop-Tarts. I was just going in training. Like if I saw myself training now, I'd just look the other way. I really did not know what I was doing for the first couple of years. And then after that, I kind of just started educating myself, learning more about proper nutrition, actually how to program training and execute movements and things like that. And that's when I made a ton of progress in that 1 year right there. And then that's when people were starting to tell me about, competing, and maybe I should consider it. It was nothing that I ever really thought about before.
Right.
And it was right when the men's physique division started. So that was 2013 that it started. I started in 2014. So it was like a brand new division, which was like the initial look for it was more just almost like a beach body, athletic kind of aesthetic look, not just like a bodybuilder, like just freak.
Yeah.
So I kind of fit that mold because like I
Yeah.
said, I was always into athletics. I didn't have like a crazy amount of size. I still don't, but so people just started telling me about that. And I was like, I don't know if that's for me. Cause I didn't like being the center of attention either. So like the thought of getting on stage for me.
Scared you.
Yeah,
Definitely.
scared.
Made me be like, I don't know if that's for me. And then I had just people telling me like left and right, oh, you should try it. You should try it. People that were involved in the industry. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe these people are saying it for a reason. So linked up with the coach, told him I wanted to do a show, and we just did it. And from that, I just kind of, again, fell in love with the process of everything.
What's your favorite part of like every prep? And like, what do you learn from it?
I mean, there's a lot you could learn from it. I think my favorite part, you have to be a little sick to do it. Like, is just, it's literally, I mean, towards the end of a prep, it's just
hard, right?
It's
like
hard.
I see some people like.
I'd say it's physically and mentally one of the hardest things that most people will do if you follow through and actually, do it the right way.
Yeah.
But just literally, there's plenty of days that go by. At the end of the day, you're just like, why the hell am I doing this?
Right.
Why am I putting myself through this for what?
Right.
But you want to do
You
it
have
at
to
the
wanna
same
love it.
time.
Yeah,
And then you wake
yeah,
up the
yeah.
next day and you're like, all right, let's do it again.
Right.
So it's just day by day.
Sticking
you're kinda
with it,
taking
like,
this.
and actually,
really just seeing things through, telling yourself you're going to do something and following through with it. I feel like that helps just build a ton of confidence at the end of the day, at the end of the whole process.
Yeah.
Right.
Just sticking to your word and realizing that if you just, work your ass off, you will get to that.
It'll.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is cool. How long is a normal prep? Like, what does it look like for somebody? Like,
I'd say, I mean,
what's like too long? And like, obviously, like, I would compare it to like, I don't know, like training for like a marathon. Like, you could run for too long, Like, is there can you do prep for too long and like deplete yourself out?
yeah, definitely. I mean, your body could only
Handle
go
so
through
much.
so much stress.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'd say like on average about a 20-week prep. So like 5 months.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's a long time. I didn't think it was that long.
Yeah.
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 It's a long time.
Yeah. I mean, there's people, I've done like an 11-week preps, which was horrible.
You shouldn't do.
Yeah, like you're like
I wouldn't
struggling
recommend
to
that
get,
either,
yeah,
especially
yeah.
I didn't start in like the best body composition. So
Yeah,
I
like
had
you also have to
absolutely
do shit
kill
before
myself.
too. Like it's not just start with 5 months. You have to like
yeah.
prep to the 5 months and then
100%,
right. Yeah.
Like for me now, it's such an easy transition because the way I live and like my lifestyle,
Right.
like, I'm doing all the same things I do during contest prep. I just have a little bit more flexibility
Dialed
and I'm
down,
eating more
yeah,
food.
yeah.
It's
Right.
the same foods, just more foods.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So like when prep starts, it's all right. We're not really making major changes. We're just tweaking the diet a little bit, pulling down maybe some carbs, some fats, things like that. Maybe adding in cardio, but even in like my off season, I do, cardio 5 times a week. So it's
So
just,
you're working out
it's
2
not
times
a
a
huge
day?
change. Sorry?
You're working out 2 times a day.
Sometimes. Well, not like training. I'll do cardio and I'll
Right,
work
like-
out. But like today, for an example, like
Yeah.
I had an earlier start and I got to bed a little bit later. So I just did my cardio after my workout. So it was only once today.
So what's your
So it's
your
always
workout
cardio
like?
and-
2 hours?
No. I'd say today I think it was like 75 minutes.
Oh,
Oh, it's dope. Including.
Yeah, I feel like that was-
including cardio or no?
No,
Okay,
plus cardio.
got it.
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
so
yes.
in total about an hour and a half.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
It's really not much, but
I think people like there's a misconception of like a lot. Like people want to like do shit, but then they're on like the whatever Stairmaster, whatever kind of cardio you're doing for like they need to be on there for an hour, but like and then they need to have a 2-hour gym session, and it's like it's really
granted there might be
yeah.
a time and a place where you have to do that much cardio deep into a contest prep for the
Right.
majority of people. It's just they think more is better.
yeah,
and it's not always
yeah,
better.
yeah. Yeah. I totally.
That was a mistake I definitely made early on too. I was training 7 days a week. I would train 2 times a day,
Right.
plus cardio. I
Yeah.
was doing like
Oh.
an AM session, PM session, cardio. I was
Right.
kickboxing at that time a few days a week.
Thank
you
God.
you burn out.
You're like,
Yeah.
And I was making zero progress.
yeah.
Literally
See?
zero progress.
You're
just
like,
not
where is
recovering,
it? And
digging
it's
myself
not.
into a hole I couldn't get out of.
yeah.
And yeah, just honestly just looked like shit.
Yeah, right. Like yeah.
Until I learned how, all right, recovery is actually important.
Right.
You need to rest. You need to recover. That's when I'd say, even over the last like 5 years, that's really where,
One of your biggest
yeah,
things.
one of the biggest changes I made. And probably I feel better now. I look
Right.
better and just making better progress now.
And what does that look like for you? You're working out 5 times a week?
I train 5 days a week.
Okay. And then
I
2
think-
days off.
Yeah. So most of the clients that I work with, even like competition clients, it's 5 days a week.
Okay.
I do have people that train 4 days a week, lifestyle clients 3 times a week. I think you could be, 4 times a week is sufficient for even contest prep competitors.
Oh, really?
But
wow.
we're also the type that love being in the gym. So you tell somebody,
Yeah.
no, I want you to drop it down to 4.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And they're like,
Yeah, right. What else
Unless
is my
they're-
therapy? Don't
And
tell
there's
me to
times
do
where I
that.
have to pull training from clients that are deeper into a comp prep.
oh, really?
Just because the fatigue just builds up so high, your body starts pushing against you, and
Oh,
you're just digging that fatigue hole deeper and deeper. And
And will there like, I guess, physique not look?
you'll see it. The body will be stressed out. Cortisol is going to go up. They're going to be inflamed. They're going to be holding water. Fat loss is going to stall out.
Oh God.
So yeah, kind of like a whole
Yeah.
cascade.
Okay. Wow. That's
kinda-
interesting.
yeah.
I mean, if you're not, you would never know that if you're not like an educated person. Like the regular person's not gonna know that. But that's actually pretty cool to see.
Yeah,
like,
so
how-
people, they like to think more is better, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's, you don't
It's
need,
not.
I've seen people post about, like, they're posting their Apple Watch in the gym for like 4 hours, and I'm like, dude,
Huh.
you're getting nothing out of that at that
Right.
point.
Yeah.
You're literally,
You're
I mean,
draining
you're
your body.
burning more calories, I guess, but if your goal is to put on muscle and
You're not doing it.
no, at that
Exactly.
point, you're just wasting away.
yeah.
Right. What for the average like person? What does their, I guess, workout like look like? Like daily. Did for your clients? Do they do like everything once a week? Some people do 2.
Yeah, so it's very, like, I have some clients that do the same things and some clients that are doing completely different things. So it's
Okay.
really based on the individual.
Okay.
But I would say, for like a basic, I'll just say like a lifestyle client that's just kind of getting started, maybe.
Yeah.
You could use that as an example.
Example. Yeah.
If they could get to the gym 4 days a week, that's great. I'll have them usually split up like so it'll be 2 upper body days, 2 lower body days. So I do think there's benefit to like higher frequency with training.
Okay.
So, at the end of the week, it's still, if you want to do it all on the same day, just for an example, say you're doing like 20 sets for lower body. Instead of doing that all on 1 week, all on 1 day, let's split that up 2 times a week. Yeah, we'll do 10 sets
10.
on 1 day, 10 sets on the other day.
Okay.
And the upper body day will just be like full upper.
Cool.
So chest, shoulders, arms.
Yeah. Oh, that's super dope. What is, I would say, one of your favorite cheat meals as someone that's very disciplined always?
I'm always back and forth on this. So like my go-to cheat meal, which isn't my favorite, is sushi. Like I'll go out
Okay,
and
yeah.
I'll destroy some sushi.
Yeah.
But probably one of my favorites, if I really want to treat myself, is
Yeah.
just Mexican.
Okay.
I mean, a nice like tequila, some,
Yeah.
some tacos, chicken, rice, like a nice big bowl,
Super dope.
or a nice burrito, some
That's
tacos.
cool.
Yeah.
I feel like mine would be like breakfast.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
ball
I was gonna say
out on like
breakfast
some
is-
big ass pancakes.
That's my thing. I love going out for like a brunch. I'll get like something sweet, and then I'll get like a sandwich too.
Yeah,
See, I'd have trouble with that, like sweet and savory. So I'll
Yeah.
go back and
That's
forth.
why you got to go
like,
out with somebody. You want to go out like a friend or two, and you all
Yeah.
kind of share everything.
Yeah.
Gotta
That's
pick.
awesome.
I'm a big picker though too. Like
picky foods. Yeah.
not
Oh,
picky
no,
like
like
that.
picking, like,
I
at
would
each
love
thing,
like
yeah.
instead of just getting an entree, I'll get like I'd much rather have a bunch of appetizers.
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
just like a little bit of everything. Just taste some stuff.
Yeah,
but-
Me too. Yeah, that's cool. What's like? I feel like people like get so like I don't know. I feel like to people fitness is so like hard, and like everybody is like stuck on their like fitness. Like, oh, I want to look like this, but like they make it
a
so
trend right now,
complicated,
yeah.
but it's like not at all that complicated.
Yeah, it's really not. It's pretty
And
simple.
what's like 2 things that like you think that like would help like the average person that they like should be doing daily that like they don't do that would move the scale?
I'd say, obviously you want to like build a good habit. So I'd say one of the easiest like lower barrier things to do
Yeah.
is just walk.
Move. Yeah.
Yeah, wake up, get some sunlight, that doesn't have to be long.
Yeah.
Just go for a 10-minute walk
Yeah.
rather than just jumping into work or whatever it is that you're going to do for the day. Just wake up, go for a 10-minute walk.
Yeah.
All right, cool. You're doing that for a little bit. Let's aim for like 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Let's start small. All right, maybe bump it up to 5. All right, you're doing that for a little bit, maybe 15, maybe you go to 20. Maybe you start enjoying these walks. You could go on a couple a day.
Yeah.
It's great if you have a dog. Take your dog for a walk.
Right.
Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So just getting a little bit more movement in would be number 1. And then from like a nutrition perspective, I think people know what, good food is versus
Yeah.
bad food.
Right.
I don't want to say like something's good and something's bad because obviously everything in like small doses.
Moderation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
moderation could be okay.
Yeah.
So I don't call it bad. But I mean, if you're
Processed.
getting coffee and you're putting in, 8 packets of sugar, you probably don't
Let's
need
stop
that.
that. Yeah.
How about we cut that down? Go 4 packets for a little bit. Adjust to that, maybe drop it to 2. Just small changes like that because people, I feel like they want to just go from doing nothing to doing everything 100% and being perfect. And that's overwhelming.
That's really
like with anything you do in life, like just start small.
You'll burn out. Yeah.
Build up these habits, stack them over time, and then just
we
add
were
in a
just
little
talking
bit at
about
a
that the
time.
other day. We were talking about how like a habit takes like at least 30 days to do.
Mm-hmm.
So like I started like doing vitamins every morning, and now I'm like pissed when I forget to take them.
You run out
It's
the
like
door, you forget.
rare. And I'm like, now I don't really miss them. I've been probably taking them for like 2 months now, and I'm doing it like over and over. And the other day I forgot, and I'm like, shit, now we're on our way to the dispensary, and I'm like, I forgot to take my vitamins, and now I can't like forget about it because I have to go home and take it,
Just part of your morning, it's part of your
just
routine.
like small things adding up is like the best.
Like I said, once you do them for a while, it becomes part of your routine. It becomes part of your day. It doesn't feel like a task.
Right.
It's just something, okay, I'm doing this and it's done.
Yeah, definitely. No, I totally agree with that.
I think that I feel like helping like people, at least from like your perspective, is like so like rewarding, like to be able to help somebody like achieve like their like the body that they want, because so many people like struggle with it. So like how does that like play to like on your side? Like how does that feel like in the work that you do?
I mean, I love it. It's like you said, it's really rewarding. So I love my contest prep competitors.
Yeah, like that's
I do.
cool.
And when they get on stage, I think I'm more nervous than they are. Like, I feel so invested
because
in
you
their
did
process.
that. Yeah.
Like I said, it's a 5-month prep, and I have clients that I work with for 5+ years through off seasons, contest preps.
Right.
Wow.
So they're putting their trust in me for, we'll even just say the last 5 months.
Right.
To make every decision on what they're eating, how much cardio they're doing, their step goal, like literally everything.
Everything.
Down to a T. They're measuring out their food to a gram, like measuring out their sodium, all this kind of stuff. And it comes down to like at one moment on their stage. So like I do love that, and I appreciate all of them. But honestly, it's the lifestyle clients that I feel like are the most rewarding. Because it's simple things. Like I had this one lady who, she really couldn't stick to a plan much. She has got a few kids, really busy.
Yeah.
And then just, again, it was starting small with her. So just making sure, all right, don't even worry about training this week. Let's just try and go on 3 20-minute walks, doing things like that.
Yeah.
And then her just seeing the scale drop a little bit, just like these small wins. And you could just tell like how proud she was of herself.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh,
see that.
Yeah. And she's like, I was actually able to like play with my kids today. I didn't feel like, I was so winded and so tired. Like,
Oh, that's dope.
yeah, it's just little things like that.
In like real life, instead of like someone.
Yeah, just prepping for a
As
stage,
an
which I said is
athlete.
great, but like
Yeah.
those are athletes. They're so dialed in. Their whole life
They
revolves
have
around this
that.
stuff.
They have that
So
mentality.
just to
that's
see
like,
people's lives change for the better, like I said, just being able to play with your kids, like
Right.
that means a lot. I don't know. I feel like it's more rewarding than somebody getting a trophy on stage.
No, yeah, definitely. Back to your contest prep. What have you like, I guess, completed or been very proud of as far as your goals?
Yeah. So my biggest, I guess, accolade would be competing in the Olympia in 2017.
Oh, cool.
So I've done, I think at this point, I don't even, it's been around 30 shows. It might be a
wow,
little
that's
bit
cool.
more. It
That's
might
a
be
lot.
a show
Wow.
or two less.
Yeah.
I'd say right around 30 shows.
Wow.
So I think in 2014 I started competing.
Wow.
Did maybe like 4 shows that year. Took second and then 3 first places.
Wow.
Second year I did like a pro qualifier. So pretty much you have to do like a regional show, which qualifies you for like a national show, which is a pro qualifier. So you have to win your class at that show to get your pro card,
Got it.
the IFBB status. So did that in 2015, took top 5 twice, and I was like, all right, I need to grow. So I took a full year off 2016, came back 2017, did a regional show to requalify, won the overall at that show. So there's your class, like men's physique goes by height classes.
Okay.
So I won my height class, and then each winner from each height class battles
Comes
us out for
together.
like an overall winner. Yeah. So I won the overall there. 4 weeks later, I did the pro qualifier.
Wow, 4 weeks. That's not a lot of time to.
No, but
That's like you can't have when people like don't have the cheat meal like after because they have to like. keep
yeah. Well, I've
going.
done I've done a lot of shows like back-to-back weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's when you really, I mean, maybe you could get a meal in after something, but yeah, then it's right back on the plan the next day. NPC Universe, which actually just passed this past weekend.
Oh, okay.
It's usually like 4th of July weekend.
Oh, that's cool.
So did that. I won the overall there also. And I told myself, I was like, all right, the only way I'm going to do a pro show this year is if I win the overall. Well, I won the overall, so I'm like, shit.
no, I got it. Yeah.
And then I wasn't even planning on doing it. And then my coach at the time reaches out to me. I think it was Monday The show was a Saturday.
Oh God.
He sends me the lineup for a show the following Saturday. He's like, why aren't you doing this? And I'm like, I was at a photo shoot, so I really didn't like eat food yet after my show because I had back-to-back photo shoots. I'm telling you, I think it was probably like 17 to 20 boxes of cereal at home because that's what I was craving on prep. I had him just like waiting for me at home at this photo shoot. And he sends me this lineup. He's like, why aren't you doing this? And I'm like, what do you mean I'm done? Like, this was already, I want to say probably at least 5 months, like a 5-month prep.
Yeah.
5+ months. So in my head, I'm like, check that, I'm done.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you should do it. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Go home, pull the tilapia out of the freezer, put the cereal away, start prepping my food for the week. End up going, so this was on Monday. Tuesday, I booked a flight. It was in Vancouver. So I had to book a flight. 4 days later, flew to Vancouver and then won that show, which was my pro debut, won that, which qualifies you for the Olympia.
Oh.
Which is in middle of September. So this was July. So I'm like, shit, I guess I'm staying on prep. I mean, I was extremely happy I made it. Like,
Yeah,
that's
of course.
everybody's like,
Dream,
any
dream,
competitor's goal is to
Right.
make it to the Olympia.
Right.
That's, the
Yeah.
Super Bowl of
Right,
bodybuilding
exactly,
is Olympia.
yeah.
So no, it was bittersweet in a way.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was just a long prep. It was like 9 months
Grueling,
at that point.
yeah.
Yeah. But
How was it
That's
competing
crazy.
at Olympia?
Olympia was great. I went in with zero expectations,
Okay.
which was like the first time for
Yeah,
me because
good.
when I started competing, like I said, I did very well from the beginning.
Right.
Like even making it there. So
Yeah. But that kind of set the standard for me. Like, shit, like I got to get first places. This is what
Yeah.
I do. I compete. Anything less than that, I knew would feel like a failure. So I put like a lot of pressure on myself to just nail everything and do everything in my control to make sure
yeah.
that's what I did. And looking back on it now, I wish I wasn't like that in a
So
way. I
hard.
wish it kind of
Yeah,
shifted
yeah.
that mindset, but I feel like that's what pushed me to get to the level that I was at.
Oh,
the
yeah.
same
Right.
time.
Yeah.
Of
Of course.
Just being scared to get anything less than first place.
First place,
Because that was
yeah.
my standard. Anything less than that would feel like a failure.
Yeah. But yeah, I have that a lot.
Yeah, but then getting to the Olympia, like I said, I went there with no expectations.
Yeah.
Right.
Just because I was, over the moon just to be there.
Yeah.
That environment of
Yeah.
like those high standard
Yeah,
guys.
and then you're in front of literally the world on the stage. I think so. Like you have to qualify. Like I said, you have to win a pro show to qualify. So in my
Right.
division, there was 37 people from around the world that made it to the show that
Wow.
year.
That's a lot. I
Now
feel
there's like 50 plus because there's more shows.
Oh,
but
God,
yeah,
that's
that
so-
year I think there was 37. A few of them didn't even show up, so there was about 30 guys.
Really? Oh my god. You
Yeah,
did
I mean,
show
like I
up.
said, it's from people around the world. So sometimes people can't get into
Flights
the
and
country
shit.
even.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
stuff like that.
Wow.
But I'd say the climax, so like the best point was actually getting the pro card. Just because I chased it for so long and I was so focused on it. My whole life revolved around it, which I know some competitors are still like that.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know if it was a healthy thing or not
Yeah. It's like a,
because other areas of my
it
life
can
definitely
become
took a
unhealthy
step back.
competition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a double-edged sword in a
Yeah.
way.
It literally is.
Yeah. But
That's
I'd
really
say that
cool,
was like the
peak
best
of your-
feeling. Yeah,
yeah.
just finally getting that. I
So
remember I got super
you have
emotional.
to re-qualify every year for a pro card in order to get to Olympia, or once you get it,
No, so once you have the pro card,
yeah, like you have your pro card now.
yeah,
Correct?
I could never. Well, they're changing that now actually, but
Oh, they are. Oh.
I think they're doing something, or you just have to pay every year. That's what it is. It's just a money thing.
Yeah, it's just
Because like if I don't
it's
compete
just money in
for
politics.
2025, I don't have to register. Like, I don't have to pay for the pro card
Right.
for this year, and I can compete in 2 years from now. And
But
be
you
good.
don't lose it.
No, but now I think everyone that gets it from this point moving, like I'll be grandfathered in, but everyone I think moving forward
Has to pay for it.
every year, yeah,
Or else you lose
and
it.
then you have to requalify and go through the whole thing again.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So technically, you could step on stage for any pro. Is that what it gets you? Like, what does it get you?
Yeah.
A pro
So
card?
yeah. So pretty much, yeah. If you're, register for that year, you could just compete in any pro show.
Wow.
So there's no like entry fee. You have that one fee that you pay.
Yeah.
Like for amateur shows, they have to pay. I think it's up to like $125, $150 per show
Okay.
per class they want to do.
Wow.
So yeah, with the pro card, it's just a one-time fee, and then you're good for the year.
Are you planning on competing?
Cool.
Not this year, no.
Or do you want to still, or not really? You're like kind of winding
Done.
down with that phase.
I think I'm winding down.
Yeah.
Like I said, at this point, I feel like even this
Yeah.
past weekend when I was at Universe watching my
Yeah.
clients compete, I definitely get more enjoyment out of just
watching.
helping other people get
Yeah.
there and watching them on stage
Yeah.
than I do for my own. Like I love the process though, so nothing in my life will change.
Right.
It's just the stage itself has kind of like lost that spark for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I don't plan on changing anything. I'll still do, like fat loss phases and
Yeah.
try and grow and still live the bodybuilding lifestyle.
Yeah.
But
It's just, yeah.
Yeah, at this point, I don't know if this
The actual competing part.
Yeah, especially being a pro now, there's no like local shows. You got to travel. You got to get the hotels.
Where's the closest show to us?
There is a New York Pro, which
is?
is in it's actually in Teaneck, New Jersey, but
Is
it's
the
literally
one-
right over the George
The one
Washington.
that just passed this past weekend.
That was Universe.
That was Universe.
That wasn't a pro show. That was
I
a
think
pro
I was
qualifying.
watching like a kid that I follow was competing at it. I think Zan. Do you know him? Zan Carvner.
No.
No?
If I saw him. He's local?
He's from Jersey.
Okay.
He like works in the city. He is more of like a like an influencer. Like he
Okay.
works on Wall Street and bodybuilds. So
Good for
he
him.
like coined himself as like the bodybuilder on Wall Street.
Nice.
So
okay.
he's like
I
huge
that.
because of that. But I think
Maybe if I saw him, I'd probably
he
recognize him.
competed at a show this past weekend and he got first. That's the only reason why I was
nice,
asking. And
okay.
it was close. He didn't have to like fly. It was in Jersey or
Yeah,
somewhere.
it was probably a Universe then.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he might have just got his pro
Your
card.
clients,
They got
how
first.
did your clients do?
They got top 10.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
So I had a Figure Girl,
Okay.
which is just a division. There's like 5 or 6 different women's divisions.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And then, she took 7. She actually did the show last year, took 3rd. So she was one spot away from getting a pro card. And this year, she just needs a little bit more
that's so
size.
tough.
She beat her look from last year, too, which is always the goal at the end of the day.
But other, like, yeah,
But yeah,
obviously
but I
other
mean, you
people
can't
are,
control
yeah.
who's showing up.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly.
the show was definitely stacked.
Oh,
But yeah, she was really happy with the look.
Good.
I loved how she looked.
Good.
Like I said, it was improved. Same thing with the guy.
Yeah.
It was actually his first national show. He did men's physique.
oh,
Oh,
nice.
cool.
He came off. He took second a few weeks ago
Nice.
at a show. So did the show, and he finished in 10th.
Nice.
Cool.
But again, I mean, these are
Yeah.
top people from the nation competing. So
Computing, yeah, exactly.
And
That's
you're
cool.
one of those out of, how many people.
yeah,
Yeah.
in the place top 10. It's
Right.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
a good accomplishment.
Yeah, of course, to make that.
Of course, there's work
What
to be
is
done.
what does like a prep? I mean, like a show day look like from like I guess like
It's different for men and women. So I guess
oh
I'll
it
just-
is okay.
Well, because women have like the hair and makeup also that they
Right,
gotta do,
okay.
which takes
Yeah,
hours.
yeah, yeah.
But typically, I mean, the day of the show,
I know people like get up super early. Like
so
you're,
usually
like,
by like 5 a.m.
yeah, okay,
Like my one client, he had his first appointment at 5:30 in the morning for tanning. So you get tan the night before, then you get like the real
yeah,
dark
right,
coat
right,
the
right,
morning
yeah.
of.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It depends on what time the show's starting, but typically like, I have my clients wake up at 5. That way I could look at them, tell them what they're eating, drinking, what we're doing with sodium, things like that.
right.
Because at that point, it's literally every meal is
Doing
look dependent.
something to you.
Yeah, so they're sending me pictures. I'm telling them exactly what to eat, how much water to take, if we're using, adding sodium, not adding sodium.
Oh right, okay.
So yeah, I'll have them send me pictures first thing in the morning. We'll put down some fluids. I'll have them send me pictures again, 30 minutes later, see what the fluids did, and then we plan out the meal. And then from there, like I said, usually there's some appointments. And then usually around like 9 a.m., there's an athlete meeting. You go there, they just kind of run through how the show's going to go.
Okay.
Like the order of divisions and things like that, what to expect, just be ready, this, that. And then prejudging starts, which is,
Yeah, you have like
the
a
day
bunch
show.
of different like you go on a few different times.
yeah,
right?
there's prejudging and there's finals. So prejudging is actually where all the scoring's done
Oh.
and the comparison. So like you'll go out, you'll do like an individual routine, and then they do call outs, which is like comparisons.
Yeah,
So they're
putting
going
each
to
other
move you
together.
around, put
Right.
you next to different people. That's where all the scoring's done. And then usually, I mean, you do want to finish like in the center stage. That's
Right.
usually first place.
Got it.
And then to the left is second, third, fourth, fifth. It kind of goes
And
out
go
that
on.
way. Yeah, so you kind of have an idea where you are after prejudging. And then finals is just the nighttime show. Usually you just come out and they just do awards. That's a real quick.
Got it.
Go
Okay.
out
So
and, yeah,
your
it's
first one
award
is
top
basically
5.
your prejudging is
Yeah,
where
that's
you
the one that really matters.
Got it.
I'd say,
Wow.
yeah, that's when all the scoring's done.
That's cool.
And the finals, usually they already have like an overall winner picked too.
Right.
Because like I said, the winner from each class will also go and battle it out
battle
too.
it out.
Oh,
For an
excellent.
overall winner. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's, the men's physique overall champion. So it does matter, there's still, if you know you're gonna get top 1 or 2, it's still really important
Compete.
to try and
Yeah,
get
yeah,
better
yeah.
by the night show.
Right, right.
Even though the majority of the scoring's done, even
You never
just,
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even just from like a pride standpoint, you don't want to go out and get a burger in between, and like if you got last call outs,
Yeah.
I don't like any of my clients doing that.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's-
yeah.
And
Right.
still, we could still kind of like collect that and see, all right, maybe if we feed this way, let's see what the look looks like for finals, and we could use that for the next show.
For that. Yeah. Wow.
Oh, gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah, that does make sense. I feel like a lot of people, like in terms of like lifestyle, they think that eating more food like hurts them. And like, I feel like that's oftentimes they try to like not eat at all. Yeah, like just not like. What's your like take on that? Like obviously, I even feel like in our generation, like everybody's like, oh, I can't eat that. I'm on a diet, or like I can't do this or do that. And it's like if you,
the devil.
like if you eat more, like it's probably better for you. You're actually going to see more results than if you don't eat at all.
Yeah, right. To a point for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, usually when I start with a client, I'll have them send me like a food log. So I'll have them just write everything down that they ate for the 3 days prior to whatever when they're submitting it. Not just ate, but drank too, because obviously, people are getting coffees with creamers and sugars and things like that. So just to kind of get an idea of what their intake looks like before I even do anything with them. And typically what I see is people just under eating a lot during the week. Yeah. It's like noon, they had 2 cups of coffee, and then by 3 o'clock they have like an apple, and then they go home and have something for dinner. But they do that during the week, and then the weekends they just go off the rails.
Yeah.
So during the week they're kind of in a way starving their body, which is going to downregulate, certain hormones, the thyroid, and just kind of just like I said, just kind of downregulate your metabolism. Yeah. So when you are overeating now on the weekends, your body's just kind of holding on to all that because you don't have a healthy metabolism either. So all that food's just going to stick.
Yeah.
So I don't know. People just need to kind of get out of that mindset. And then when I do start with those people that are eating, maybe I'll always plug that food in too. So whatever they send me, I've had someone eating like 800 calories, a 200-pound guy, 800 calories a day. And he's trying to work out and function day to day. Yeah. So I'll try and like meet somebody where they're at. Like, all right, maybe you should be eating 2,300 calories right now, but you're used to eating 800. So I'm not going to just jump you to what I think you should be at.
Yeah,
I'll meet you at 15, 1,600. Yeah. We'll slowly build calories up and like, oh my God, this is so much food.
Right.
I can't eat all this. And then after just getting them doing that for a few weeks, their body just starts like ripping through. The metabolism upregulates, it speeds up.
Yeah.
And now what was way too much food is not enough, and they feel hungry and starving all the time. And they start looking better. Their weight's actually dropping now.
Right.
Performance is improving.
I feel like that's like, I mean, obviously we're going through different times, but like your like older generation was like that no carb, like eating less. And now it's kind of like our generation and like, the trend now is like, obviously eating more, getting your protein in, like like 1 ounce per like weight, like per pound, you know what I'm saying? So like, I think now people are starting to, but it's also like a trend now. Oh, 1 ounce of meat is equal to 1 pound. You should be getting whatever,
1 gram of protein. Per pound of body weight.
Right.
Yeah, that's not a bad place to start though. If you really have no idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like there's just a lot more information now.
I know.
Like thankfully for social media.
Right.
Like yes, there's a lot of bad information on there too.
Right.
But
you can also
making people way more aware that, all right, maybe food isn't, as evil as people think.
Yeah, no.
And it's a necessity.
Yeah, because people have like, honestly, like issues because like people literally go to therapy over like their weight and like what they look like and everything.
I feel like the older generation too, maybe they were a little hard on like telling you, oh, you can't eat that. You're gonna they were just they put
like fat,
they kind of like fat shamed you in a way.
Yeah, the older generation is harsh.
So growing up now, a lot of people are just kind of scared to eat the food. Better ways to go about it, and
right, of course,
making good decisions on food. I'm not saying go out and just eat all the food you can. Obviously, you want to eat nutritious food that's going to actually get you towards your goals. But
yeah.
I don't know.
Do you think people who are just starting out like should jump right to a coach? Like being a coach, like do you think that's like the best thing for everybody, or like no?
I'd say yes.
Okay. Like if you have nowhere to start.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Because you're not just throwing darts in the dark.
Find someone that resonates with you.
Shooting.
Yeah.
You're not just taking crazy guesses and hoping it works.
Right.
Because if it doesn't work right away, you're just gonna quit too.
Yeah.
So go to somebody that has experience, that knows how to actually help you, that you could trust, hold you accountable, and actually just, like I said, just guide you in the right direction.
Right.
Otherwise, like I wish I had started with a coach right away too. I wish I wasn't eating my Hot Pockets and Pop-Tarts for a while. I would have made progress way quicker, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
And even back like 2013, it wasn't as like a prevalent thing having coaches nowadays. Like
I feel like it's becoming a high. You see,
it's like a luxury.
You see everyone wants to be like, everyone's looking to be a coach, but like, I feel like that's a trend, like not a trend, but like that's
I mean people they do one show or get in shape once and then they want to coach people. Meanwhile,
It's hard, yeah.
That's the bad part about social media.
Exactly. Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
gonna say there's so much fluff like to go through to actually find like a
People can
good
just
coach that
regurgitate things and
means
not actually
something.
understand what's going on. And,
Yeah, or AI, you know.
or just copy the plan their coach gave them and give it to somebody else. And
Oh my god, yeah.
sometimes it works, but most of the times it won't. But yeah, once in a while
Oh
you'll
my
get
god,
lucky.
that's horrible.
Yeah,
I've seen
to
it
do
before.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just
Let me
sending
just
out the exact plans that
let me
the
just
coach gave
copy
them.
the same plan I got and give it to.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, there's a chance it could work, but there's a better chance it won't work.
It won't.
But-
Wow, that's crazy.
What's new for you? How can people reach you? And what are you excited about? What's coming from you more?
wish I could say. There's something coming. There's something coming. I publicly can't speak on it. By like the end of this year,
That's
Cool.
fun. There you go.
hopefully, or
Yeah.
really early next year. Something on the Long Island needs, so
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited for that.
for a fitness fam. For
Definitely.
a fitness community.
Good, yeah.
Something we're lagging a little bit.
Yeah,
here on Long
okay,
Island,
cool.
So that's coming. I
Next
wish I could
one.
say more.
Yeah, that's
It's
okay.
I'll tell
Okay.
you guys once we
How can people
turn
reach
this
you
off,
and
but-
get in touch with you if they need?
I'd say Instagram is probably the best way.
Cool.
It's just
Awesome.
Anthony_Salza. Or if you're interested in coaching, or actually right from my Instagram, you click the link in the bio. I have a coaching inquiry form there, so you can
Yeah.
reach out to me there.
Cool, dope.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being on our
Appreciate it.
show.
Thank you. I appreciate it.